It's good to be with you on this Monday, and we are rejoicing. We finished a week of outreach with our Bible school and major adult outreach, and the Lord was just so good to us. I appreciate some of you that may have prayed for us. It was especially an important week because we followed on the heels of the 2 weeks of really having to grapple with the tragedy that occurred here and to be able to process that. And our people really stepped up, and we actually did better than the year before with our big Dino World. God brought people in. Between our two programs, we had nearly 100 people come to Christ and just had hundreds of folks here, large group of ladies and men. And this morning, or yesterday morning, we had a wonderful set of families that were here from Bible school. So we're very thankful for the Lord's goodness, and we are rejoicing in Him. Romans chapter 1 gives us the decline of mankind into depravity and God giving over to a reprobate mind. It certainly is a picture of what is occurring today. But I want to look at the front end of that, because we read in verse 20, "For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even His eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse." And then you find in chapter 2 how it speaks about the fact that everyone has a conscience. Verse 15, "which show the work of the law written in their hearts, their conscience also bearing witness, and their thoughts the meanwhile accusing or else excusing one another." I bring up both of those verses because oftentimes when we go out to witness, or we're trying to be a testimony to people that we're working with or extended family, we just feel like they live in a totally different world from us. Well, they do. They're in the kingdom of darkness. Satan is blinding the minds of them which believe not. That's true. But we need to remember the heavens declare the glory of God. Creation bears witness to the reality of God. And every person that we see has a conscience. And that's why, because of the power of the gospel, Paul was able to say back up in verse 16 of chapter 1, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation, to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek." We don't have to be intimidated. We have the power of the Word of God and the power of the Spirit of God when we witness, and we have the help of every person we talk to having a conscience and having the witness of the creation that is all around them. We need to get out of that bubble of insecurity and realize that we have the message and we don't need to be ashamed. And I promise you that when God works in your life and you seek Him, He will give boldness and freedom to speak. So may God encourage us that we indeed have the message that the world needs.